So I hope that was easy enough to grasp. Let's extend that idea quickly, just look at it from all sides. If this side is A and this side is B and this side is C, we already looked at if I drop an angle bisector to this side and call it D, the ratio of it is going to be C is to B. Similarly, if I drop an angle bisector from here, the ratio of C, and call this point, let's say E, call this point D. The ratio of CE is to EA is going to be A is to C. Similarly, if I drop an angle bisector from here, the ratio of, call this point F, ratio of BF is to FA is going to be the same as A is to B. So that should not be too much of a problem. Now I notice that they are meeting somewhere. Where angle bisectors meet, two of them, I call it the Incentre, not I, it is known as the Incentre. And what do I mean by the Incentre? Think of a triangle, try and draw a circle which touches all three sides inside the triangle and then find its center. So what you're saying is that the angle bisectors will cross through such a point. So essentially a circle which is inside a triangle and such a circle center is known as the incentre. That means from this point I can draw a circle which will touch all 3 points. And let's try that. And the distance of this point from the side is going to be the in radius of the circle, or in radius, because this is an in circle made inside a triangle. Another point that we should notice right at the beginning is that if this point is IF is not the radius, because the radius is going to be perpendicular to the side, because the side will work like a tangent to it, and I do not know if the angle bisector creates a 90-degree angle or not. It might look so in this case, and it might look so here that this is the same as radius, but I can create another figure where you will see that the radius and the angle bisector line are separate from each other, maybe in the next example. So where angle bisectors meet is known as the incentre, and the third one will also pass through the same point. Once again, if this point is ID is not the radius is going to be from this point to the side and creating a 90-degree angle. So we'll look at this in a little more detail. But before we get into the properties of the incentre and the incircle, a very basic property is that if two angle bisectors meet, and let me call this point I for easy reference, and this point is D, so AI is to ID. Let me move I here. AI is to ID is equal to, this side was B, this side was C, so B plus C is to A. This side was A is to A. Similarly, if I think of BI is to I, let's say call this point IE. BI is to IE is going to be this side plus this side. That means A plus C is to wherever it is landing B. And similarly, I can create a ratio for this also. So again, a very common property, and there could be problems based around this. But before we use this in problem solving, first of all, I want to know why and prove how this is working, because otherwise my understanding is not going to be 100% complete and solid. So let's do the process again. Draw a triangle. You have A, B, C, and you have D, and you also have E. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to just focus on this part of the triangle, A, B, D. So I look at a new triangle, A, B, and B. And now I know this line BE, which intersects AD at point I, that means this is point I. This is an angle bisector, and this angle bisector is going to divide this side in the ratio of these two sides. That means I have to figure out what AD is. Go back to your basic terms. This side is A, this side is B, and this side is C. This angle bisector divided BC in the ratio C is to B. That means this part is going to be C upon C plus B into A, as we saw earlier. I can figure out this part also. This part is going to be B upon B plus C into A. We took an example earlier also to figure this out. So I know if I'm thinking of BD, I'm saying C upon C plus B into A. C upon C plus B into A. This is this side. AB I already know is C. That means the ratio of these two parts is going to be the ratio of these two. That means ratio, put this in the denominator, you will get a C. So I am thinking of DI to IA. That means on numerator I have this part, right? And you're pretty much done. Just cancel out the C's and you're left with A upon C plus B. That means this part is going to be A and this part is going to be C plus B. And this is exactly what we said earlier, that if I have this triangle and I drop an angle bisector and it meets the other angle bisector at I, the ratio of AI is to ID was going to be B plus C is to A. So this side is B, this side is C, and this whole side is A. And now we have just proved that the ratio of AI is to ID is going to be this side plus this side is to this side. So B plus C is to A. Of course, you can extend the same logic here, because once you have proved it from one direction, you don't have to do it from all possible directions. And you have in your pocket another key results regarding angle bisectors and incenters.